been traveling the country examining the road ahead from the pandemic. And for Los Angeles, that road travels through a landscape dotted with homeless encampments. LA's Mayor Eric Garcetti under growing pressure to help get more homeless into housing. I spoke to him today about that challenge. Across the city, the tents stretch everywhere. From Hollywood to Venice Beach, scenes from what could be a disaster movie. Now, a seemingly permanent fixture on the streets of Los Angeles.
If you're not shocked by what you see, then I don't know what you would be shocked by.
When COVID first hit, the city stopped large-scale cleanups at most encampments to keep the virus from spreading. That's when residents say things changed.
People shooting up, urinating out in the open, vomiting.
Officials here last counted more than 66,000 experiencing homelessness in January 2020. But that was before the pandemic struck, and hundreds of thousands of Angelenos lost their jobs. Since then, our partners on NBC LA's investigative team have captured these images showing a situation spiraling out of control. Trash spilling into traffic, tents taking over intersections, stretches of the iconic Venice boardwalk now resembling a refugee camp. It's a reality no one is comfortable with.
This is my home.
Chanel Grace has been homeless for 3 years.
This city has a lot of cleaning up to do. They're doing it so wrong. They're making it harder for us to want to even do any better for ourselves.
A few blocks away, restaurant owner Janet Zuccarini also feels betrayed.
It's a problem for people living under these conditions, and it's a problem for people living in this area, visiting in this area, and people that have small businesses.
Both the housed and unhoused say politicians have turned their backs on them.
We were able to get 100%.
We met Mayor Eric Garcetti at a transitional tiny home shelter the city just opened 3 months ago. These 39 homes, 64 square feet each, costing taxpayers $5.4 million. This parcel, though, cost $5 million.
Parcel was free, we owned it, but yeah, to build everything up, it was about $5 million, but think about it.
For 39 units.
Correct, but that's something that can be recycled year after year after year. Everybody can point to the cost of building things. I point to the cost of not building things.
Tapping into state and federal money, Garcetti has proposed nearly $1 billion to combat the crisis, the largest ever in the city's budget. The mayor wants to utilize funds from Proposition Triple H, a bond program overwhelmingly approved by voters in 2016 to create up to 10,000 permanent housing units over a decade. But with only 700 completed, Garcetti's plan has come under fire. A 2020 audit criticized the program for long delays and rising costs, finding the average unit cost $558,000 to develop. Are you getting behind, though, in your goals?
No, we're not. We're actually exceeding the goals of what we set out to build, but that doesn't mean that homelessness necessarily goes down in America. It's like being in the boat and getting bigger and bigger, containers to bail the water out.
But critics say local leaders still aren't acting fast enough. Fed up, a federal judge ordered the city and county to provide housing for every unsheltered person on Skid Row by mid-October. Both have appealed.
Dealing with homelessness is not for the faint of heart. It's not a place to get credit, and it's not a place that there's easy solutions. If I had $1 for every time somebody said, I know how to solve homelessness, I'd be a millionaire.
Suzette Shaw says receiving permanent housing with supportive services was a game changer for her.
If you were to see a picture of me 5 to 6 years ago, you would not even know me.
Homeless on Skid Row for 4 years, Shaw says any plan must include long-term mental health treatment.
I remember my first doctor saying to me that, how long did it take you to get in this situation? Well, then it's going to take you at least that long or more to get out of it.
While change here may not come overnight, all can agree the urgency and desperation are mounting.
I just can't understand how a country would allow people to live like this.
As more tents go up every day. Not just an LA crisis, but a national crisis, and one we will continue to cover on this broadcast. It's known as America's Forgotten War, but today